Coming to you live from downtown Detroit, this is Benzinga's Pre-Market Prep. With your host, Joel O'Connor.
This is a volatile puppy here, isn't it?
And Dennis Dick.
I'm bidding a penny. I will buy the stock for a penny.
With everything you need to start your trading day.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Tuesday, first day of August edition of Benzinga's Pre-Market Prep. I'm Spencer Israel here with Joel Elconin and Dennis Dick. On the show today, the earnings parade will continue. Pandora, Sprint, Under Armour, Pfizer all reporting oil floating with a big level at $50, and Snapchat survived its lockup expiration day. So we'll get to all that and more. Our guest today is Peter Ghostine. He's a technical trader and the founder of 61.8.com. Joel, how are we going today in the markets?
Good, and just some strength in the market, really from that 6 o'clock opening. That print was 68 even, 66 and a quarter. That was above Monday's low, and we got to pop into the upper 77 handle. Pre-market high, 77 and a quarter. Only one number above that, the all-time high at 80.50. So, but hanging in here, so nice strength off the open. Crude is making that assault on $50. We're down 29 cents here at 49.88. But we did hit a high in the pre-market after hours at 50.41. That matches yesterday's high, 50.41. We hit 50.43. So there's your big level of resistance. And gold and silver just a little bit in the red. Dennis, how you doing on this Tuesday morning?
I'm doing pretty good aside from the back. My back is still bothering me. I went to the chiropractor yesterday and did a little adjusting. Still hurts here this morning. I'm going to have to go back and see him, I guess, again today. But I guess, Rome wasn't built in a day. Just got muscle spasms happening all around my tailbone, and that's why I can't walk very well. So,
you should swim.
I don't know, Joel. It's tough to get old.
You should swim, Dennis. Swimming's good for you. But
I can't even walk. How am I going to swim?
That's when Lisa hurt her back. I got her in the pool, and that really helped her with her injury. But are you as excited about tomorrow here as I am at Benzinga World Headquarters? We're going to be hosting Gene Munster. He is going to be in town checking on the status of the driverless cars in Ann Arbor. In Ann Arbor, they're working on a futuristic city. They're going to be running buses with no drivers. So Gene's going to be in town. He'll be in after the show. So we're going to do some interviews with him, Dennis. And we're going to be on Facebook Live later on in the afternoon. Dennis, do you want to go on Facebook Live?
Sure. I like Facebook Live. Although I don't go on Facebook, I'll go on Facebook Live.
All right, well, we'll give you some more details, some more time tomorrow. He'll be talking about Amazon and Google earnings already have taken place. Apple will be Tuesday night, so we'll get some of his original comments on Apple. Then he'll be previewing Tesla. And, man, this guy, if we would have been listening to him in the late 90s and early 2000s, Dennis, on some of his calls, maybe people will be looking at this interview we're doing tomorrow, and in 20 years, they're going to say, why did that Joel guy ever doubt that there's going to be driverless cars?
It'll be interesting. Gene, he looks out, and he was all over Apple for a decade, and he's pushing Tesla and Amazon right now. Those are the two stocks I hear him push the most, so it'll be interesting to see what he has to say tomorrow as well. We do have some movement here in the markets, Joel.
Let's go. Where do you want to start?
Well, the Momos became no-nos again there yesterday. Obviously, Amazon with a significant fall, taking out its $1,000 support. You saw all the rest of them following suit. Apple, even ahead of earnings, was weak here. We'll hear from Apple tonight. But just talk about the Amazon for a second, because this is now a pretty significant fall here from the highs. We had 1083 when Jeff Bezos, richest man in the world, just 3 trading sessions ago. Now we look at it at 987, 100 points off on Amazon. Is this a sale you want to take advantage of, or still just too high here? Tell us what the technicals are saying.
Just technically? I mean, how can you hop in this right away? I mean, you figure retracement from that late March low, 850. I mean, just start there. That was a 330-point move. So what's that? Ooh, I'm getting up there. 250, 260. I mean, that would take you up to Nah, we've already done a 50% retracement of that. I don't know. 950. I'm looking at the
950 is huge. Yeah. I'd love to see it. I think 950 is the bounce level. We called the bounce level 2 days ago pretty well. Got the 1,000 almost on. It took it out yesterday. I don't know if it's got another 40 points downside as a problem. I don't think you get to that level. I think if it did get to that level, I think I'd be a buyer, but I don't know if it can get there, Joel. I think, there's going to be some buyers before that.
Nick took a good week for a vacation here because I know he sold some puts on Friday into that report. I know he covered them too, but I wondered he'd be getting ready here to sell some puts. Let's just take a look. We're trading up in the pre-market, so you don't want to go red on the session. The close was 91. Let's see, the close from yesterday was 87.78. The low was right there at 9.87. So you don't want to go red on the session. If not, I'll be looking first stopping point at 969.14. That was the July 10th low.
You know how I like my 2-day moves, and it was a down move in those momos yesterday. Now you get a little bit of a bounce here this morning.
Yeah.
I think there could be some sellers that come into a few of these stocks. Though, and we're talking the momos, we're talking about the Amazons and the Googles, even the Teslas of the world. Tesla had a rough day yesterday, falling almost $20. Oh. It's bounced a buck or two. You get some, people coming in trying to pick the bottom here this morning, but I think there could be some follow through here on some of these momos just for today. Just like I like that 2-day move.
I mean, we talk about opens all the time, not only of the opening session, but if you were so inclined to get up at 4 o'clock Sunday morning, get the news of what they delivered, like 3 cars, and you get a pop up of $6-7. I mean, you hit. You mean
Monday morning?
Yeah, Monday morning, yesterday morning. You hit right off that opening print, 343.89. And there was a couple other daily highs in that area. Now a good almost $20 below it. But that's going to be the big area going in the report. Let's just call it 345. Coming back on the downside, we really want to take a look at the 50% retracement. 303 to 347, 44-point move. Take half of that, 22, 325. And that's kind of where we're hanging out here. So big level. If it's just going to go right back up and hold it, I expect to find support here at the 325 area and turn up. But, of course, people will be pairing positions ahead of tomorrow's report.
Let's jump through a few of these earnings reports before our first guest at 8:15. Under Armour. Give us the numbers here, Spencer. The stock got killed. It has bounced back and got all the losses back now, which doesn't surprise me because some of these retailers have actually turned back into favor, and this thing came right to support this morning.
UAA and UA reporting a Q2 EPS of a 3-cent loss versus a 6-cent loss. Estimate sales of $1.09 versus $1.08 billion. They did lower their fiscal year 17 sales guidance, and they see their EPS slightly lower than the estimate as well.
If this stock had been trending up into earnings, they would have killed it on this, but because the stock had been trending down and it's near the lows of the move, that's why you're seeing really the stock hold on pretty well. I mean, we did get hit, and for those who were buying it an hour ago, that was a good opportunity because it got right down to that whole 17 level of support. 17.10, 17.20 has been where we've been finding support. Got all those losses back here now, and it's flirting with going green. Wouldn't be surprised this holds up just because so much support below.
Which one do you prefer to trade on?
UA.
UA? Okay.
They both are active, though. You can pick your poison here. I like UA just because I don't have to type in the extra A. But UAA, same thing. UAA's trade 839,000 shares. UA's 503,000 shares. These are both liquid.
All right, the former low of the move, you would have taken some heat because that was 17.05. So if you were going out at that level, you were scratching your head when it went to 16.34. Now, if you were quick enough to catch it when it was going back up through that number, then you had a nice trade. Pre-market low, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But now we're $2 above that. I think if any kind of retreat here, back in and fill in. Keep an eye on the unchanged too. If this can get back over 18.11, but quick move there. And an update: I did buy my first article of clothing from Under Armour.
What'd you buy?
A pair of shorts.
You know what? The clothes are comfortable. I have an Under Armour shirt, a couple of them, and I wear them all the time.
Not cheap,
are comfortable clothes. I'll give them that.
And they weren't Michigan shorts. I looked in my closet. I had 4 workout shorts, old Michigan. I said, you know what? I'm going to mix it up, and I went Under Armour. So, And no, because
I like the close. I just don't like the valuation. That's why I'm still not in it long term. But I like the close. Short term, I don't mind the chart here either. So short term, happy with Under Armour. Long term, I'm still scared of the valuation. Pfizer earnings, it got a pop, but now getting a drop. Spencer, how the big pharma do?
PFE reporting here Q2 EPS of 67 cents versus a 66-cent estimate. Sales of 12.9 versus 13.1 billion dollars, so a beat by a penny and a slight miss on the sales number. They did, however, raise their guidance. The fiscal year EPS guidance was raised about 4 cents on the low end of the estimate, and they did reaffirm their sales guidance for the fiscal year.
I mean, when you're raising these 4-cent guidance raises, I don't really even consider it a raise, and I don't think the market does either. So Pfizer just kind of hanging out here. Got a little pop. It's pulling back. I mean, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. This is a tough one because you had a big run in June. We're almost back to the 50% of that move down. I mean, I'm just sitting on my hands on this one, I think.
That pop gave you a little bit of a shot here. 33.50. That's your pre-market high. That's only a few pennies, about 11 cents above yesterday's high. Matches your 33.48 high from July 25th. So if you caught that pop, just a stock like, look at it a daily chart, and a stock like Pfizer. When you get a close at 33.16 and boom, you get a 30-40 cent move on not much volume. You got to figure if you saw size there in the regular session on that many occasions, they're going to be there in the pre-market. I'm looking at 33 on the downside. You've had the last 5 closes between 32.89 and 33.15. So 33, we're only a few cents away there. See if we can hold that as support. Really like to see it hold on the close.
Jumping over to Lumber Liquidators. This is one of your big moves of the day. Man, this stock has went from bliss to what when obviously they had a whole formaldehyde. But it made major support in early 2016 down to $10-12. It traded down there for half a year and just slowly and steadily started climbing. And believe it or not, this thing had over $30 back in May. While this morning we are challenging that area here once again.
16 cents versus a 17-cent loss was the estimate. It's $263.5 million in sales versus $256 million. So a great Q2 there.
Who was looking at this in the chat yesterday? I know it came up, and this chart I did not mind at all here. You had all those highs just above 26 at the 26.50, 60 area. So didn't get there yesterday, but this thing was really bunching up ahead of the report. Pre-market high is 29.40, not too far away from that, and got over 30 a couple times in May, 30.50, 30.50, and 30.65. That's $1.30 away. That's your major resistance. Who are we talking to at 8.15?
Peter Ghostine. He's a trader and the founder of 61.8.com is his website. So we'll be right back as we go grab